This is Jim Wyatt, the Tennessean out here at St. Thomas Sports Park. I think certainly Kenny Britt was the star of the day on this day, and he looked like the Kenny Britt of 2011, at least the September part of 2011, when he went up and made all kinds of plays in the first couple of games before suffering a knee injury, and he's been trying to work his way back to that point ever since. You saw some of that on a play later in practice where they threw a ball up to Kenny Britt. He went up in between Alteron Verner and Michael Griffin, just out-muscled him for the ball. There was another play earlier in practice where Britt was in a one-on-one situation. He just took the ball away from the defender. Guys are challenging him out here. Cornerback Tommy Campbell's a physical player. Those two kind of squared off against one another, and Britt can hold his own with anybody. Campbell, got to give him credit for bringing the fight to Britt. But not many guys are going to be able to hang with Britt when he's at its best, just because he's so big and so physical, and you saw some of that if you're at practice today. Now, you didn't see Chris Johnson at practice today. He sat out with an ankle injury. Certainly, he doesn't think it's serious. Mike Munchak doesn't think it's serious. They think he'll be back on the field in another day or so, and we'll play in the preseason game against the Redskins next week. Colin McCarthy, you didn't see him either. He had an MRI today, has some soreness in his leg. They don't seem like they're too concerned, but if you're Colin McCarthy or you're a fan of Colin McCarthy, it's certainly got to be frustrating, because this is a guy who is trying to work his way back from injuries himself. He's trying to work his way back into the starting lineup, and he missed practice a day after working with the first group. Overall, it was a pretty crisp practice. The Titans got a little sloppy in between, had back-to-back drops on some plays. Quarterbacks threw one interception each. Fitzpatrick and Locker. Kendall Wright continued to have a good day. Justin Hunter continued to go up and make some plays as well. But I think if I had to name one player who stood out more than anybody on Thursday, and if you're a Titans fan who came to practice, you know who that player is. Again, it's Kenny Britt, and Titans hope to see more of that in the days to come.